Hey, beautiful. Welcome to the Not Another Mom podcast. It's time to take that mom hat off because this is after hours and I'm making you off the clock. This podcast is here to help you know your worth because damn girl, you're a goddess who deserves to live the life of your dreams. I'm your host, Lesley Sprague, and we talk everything from manifesting to motherhood. Yes, those little monkeys will still creep in here or there. Spirituality to girl talk with your besties, and from business to finding that balance in life. I'm here to remind you that you are worth it. Life gets to be easy for you, and your dreams really can come true. So grab your favorite glass of wine, craft beer, or if you're a whiskey and diet kind of girl, grab that and let's get this show on the road. Hey beauties, and welcome back to the Not Just Another Mom podcast. Welcome to 2023. I am your host, Lesley, and as always, I'm so grateful that you are here with me this week. Okay, guys. I just tuned in and wrote a little bit about what we are going to talk about on the podcast today. And if you're tired of hearing about, goals for the new year and resolutions and all that, trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this because we kind of break all of this stigmatism that everybody has around these things. So I know that the new year can bring about a lot of pressure and, the want to, if you're frustrated with where your business or your life is right now, you're wanting to change things up, and sometimes it can feel like a lot. And, if you've set goals or resolutions before, some people can be very hesitant to do this again because they don't want to fail again. And I have been there, you guys. I actually usually shy away from setting goals because I find that I either get too attached, and then when I don't achieve them, I go down this slippery slope and I go down the negative rabbit hole, or I set my sights too high and it just discourages me when I don't go there. So most of the time I don't even set them at all. And that is a huge detriment to me as well. How am I supposed to better where I am going and who I want to become when I don't even have a benchmark of where I want to be? It's almost like creating that settling energy already right off the hop. So we are here to break this down and show you that goals, resolutions, whatever you want to call them, we'll use goals. I like goals better than resolutions. Resolutions, actually, now that I'm saying that, is like, for me, attached more to a little bit of the personal side of things. So one of the things is that people find when they're connecting to their goals is they don't have the belief that they're achievable. And this can be a tricky one, especially if you are getting to the point where you want big changes and you don't know how it's going to look. Don't worry so much about the vision. The vision, yes, is the excitement. But when you reach that goal of where you want to go, is it connect to the feeling? So imagine for yourself, do some journaling around this. When you get the goal that you want to achieve, what is the feeling that is attached to that goal? What is the feeling that you are trying to connect to? And how can you feel that feeling now? Because a lot of people think that they set goals and then they achieve them and they don't feel anything different. Um, or they have that little high of achieving the goal first, for a little bit, but then they move on to something else because it's actually the feeling that they're chasing, not the goal or the itself, if that makes sense. So it's about building the belief within yourself, seeing yourself at that level, feeling the excitement in your achievement, because that is a key driver too. I've been finding like the weather lately where I live has been quite dreary. Like we've had a lot of rain this week and it coming off of the holidays, it's hard to shift gears into that, connecting to that excitement. And this is where I am a big fan of tackling, not necessarily, it doesn't have to be big goals, but tackling a few goals at once. And I'm not saying goals just for your business. Maybe have like goals for your business, but especially when it comes to health and wellness. Because when you focus on taking care of yourself, eating better, exercising more, that is when you tap into that excitement because you're feeling good. No matter what's going on with the weather outside, it gets those feel good hormones moving more. And that's when we're more able to believe in ourselves and move forward with what we want. And we're not being held back, even if it's something as simple as just walking daily. The walking actually moves you forward. Literally, you're moving forward. So it gets that motion in your physical body. And that is a huge help when setting these goals. So if you have a goal for your business, pair it with a personal goal. And don't get discouraged if you fall off track. Just get back on. Remember where you want to go. And this is where some of my personal portal activations really come into play, because they allow you to reconnect to those moments over and over and over again. And they do it in such a powerful way, you guys. Oh, okay. So stay tuned. I'm going to have some portal activations coming out here soon. It's quite funny because I notice when I'm really beginning to resist on something because I avoid doing the portal activation. And when I avoid creating the portal activation, that's how I know I really need it. So maybe there's something that you have been avoiding in your business and in your personal life too, that you need to take a look at and just do it. So we'll get into that in a little bit more, but here's what I know for sure. These are the facts. There are two paths when you come upon any journey in life. And there is the path of belief, which is basically the straight shot from where you are to the goal you're trying to reach. When you stay on the path consistently of belief and knowing and trust in the universe that you are going to create exactly what you're going for, you're going to get to that path. But then there's the path of disbelief. Sometimes the path of disbelief happens right off the hop, and that takes you on a bit of a detour. Sometimes that takes you on a roundabout where you go round and round and round in circles. And that is part of the process. Sometimes on the path to belief, you'll take a detour down the disbelief path. But the more you stay on the belief path, the more you have a better chance at getting to your results faster. So you have the choice and you have the power. It's the power of bringing yourself back to that belief over and over again, especially when it's something that you haven't done before. Where would you be if you gave it your all? Where would you be? If you didn't let your fears hold you back, if you went all in, put all your effort in, instead of just dipping your baby toe in, where would you be? So this comes back to leading yourself down that path and hiring coaches and mentors and things like that. I am a firm believer in, and they can stick their hand out in front of you for you to pull to help bring you closer, but you have to take the step. You have to do the action and you have to move forward. So it's also about doing the work. And this is where I know for a fact that energy work is a huge factor in these moments. Because if you're not willing to do the work, sometimes it can feel like you're stuck in quicksand and you just can't move. This is how energy work helps to move you through these blocks. Dive into the deep rooted connection of what you want to work on and how to get there faster. When we do the work and dive in, that's when we get the results. So, if you are looking to change up your game this year and wanting to connect to a deeper connection with your goals, clear the blocks so that there is no option but room for success, I have spots open inside my containers, inside my Ohm container, my Vortex container, or also in Alchemy. And I'm going to have some sweet, juicy bonuses, or not bonuses, but things coming for my portal activations. So stay tuned for those. But send me an email or hit me up on Instagram and we can discuss any questions or have anything further. But if you're being called, listen. That's all I have to say. My intuition has never steered me wrong, or so just trust that you are doing the right thing. Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys, and we will see you next week.